Aha! Ah, thank you. Let's see if I can repeat what I was saying. Thank you so much for letting me know that I had no sound. All right, let's just go back. Rewind and say what I was saying. Changing the camera. I'm sorry that it's wiggling. Let's see. What else can I say? So you guys remember that I was working on genies. I love them so much. I want to do more with them. So stupid for not pressing mute. Oh, I'm always worried I'm gonna like say stuff too soon, so I push the mute button and then here we are. But anyway, the internet. So I started sketching out this gal last night and I thought, okay, I like that. Let me just go ahead and start sketching out the other characters. And I figured while I was doing that, I could just go live. So here we are. But thank you for being in the chat today and letting me know what a dinkus I am in the sweetest of ways. So anyway, I was using the Spider-Man as a reference, and then I brought our little guy over here to just remind me what his colors and everything look like. And then also, the thing is that what I'm using Procreate, and something that I unless there's a way that I've not discovered just yet, I can't seem to favorite brushes, which is a problem because I'm working on multiple projects, right? Some of you, I haven't shown it in a while, but I did not paint this. But hang on, let me get rid of this. There we go. I've gotten that so far. I've been working on multiple projects. They require different kinds of brushes and colors. And when you do that, and then you go over and switch to another project, you only have what you used recently. I wish that like the colors, I see I've created Sea of Thieves, a palette. I've created my Genies palette. So fortunately, I still have the colors that I was using, but I need to be able to save the brushes. So if Procreate is listening, that would be really great. If I haven't figured that out yet, I need to look online just to be sure, but I have not found, maybe I did. Hang on. Pin. So what does that mean though? You know, we're not going to worry about it. That's not why we're here today. So let's just go ahead and get started with this guy, which I still don't have names for them. I'm going to try to figure out how to do his hair. I'm not the best at switching up the characters in different designs, right? So I did this guy. I don't know how to make him look the same in a different pose. So that's what I'm working on today. So we're going to try to figure out how to do his hair. He kind of has like this mohawk thing. So there's like one, and I was also trying to understand that I guess if I'm looking at comic books, right? And you do several kinds of characters, obviously in different panels, they don't all necessarily look exactly alike. You basically just have what is necessary to identify that person in order to let the reader know that this is who it is, right? So I guess I'm gonna try to go that route. But leave me a like and thank you for hanging out with me on, what is today? Wednesday. And we're just gonna try to figure out how to do this dude. Like I really don't know. But we're gonna try. So thank you for being here and supporting the channel. Hopefully you guys caught my watercolor live stream. That was pretty intense. Let's see, how would you make it look aerial view? I guess I'm doing okay. And then everything else just kind of goes back this way, I guess. Well, no, that looks a little silly. I guess that's okay. We're just kind of getting the gist out and then we'll clean everything up. I already cleaned a lot up. You can see that there was a lot of scratch marks here and then I'm just kind of trying to clean them up. So maybe this needs to come out this way. No, or maybe turned up. Let's have a look. I do hope everybody's having a good day. I know I need to return back to creating our world with our mystical creatures. I plan to do that as well. Got to get back in the swing of things. things are changing around here on the channel, and it's kind of hard to get into a rhythm for myself personally, and I need to work on that. So I was like, well, if I don't get into a rhythm, then I can at least be sporadic instead of not at all, right? So I don't know if I like this. See, I'm not the best at hair, so we'll just, like I said, just kind of go along with it and see what happens. Yeah, I'd like to do all kinds of stuff with these characters, but by the way, I just wanted to let you know, and yeah, letting me know that or acknowledge you and let you know that I appreciate letting me know I was muted. Nigel M, I thought the watercolor ended up really well for a first proper go, though judging by the stream, you had your doubts. Oh yes, I did, and I had to learn to trust my own. I had to learn to trust my own advice that I give people that I've learned through the years. You know, don't judge it until it's finished, being a huge one. And but I was struggling for sure. Maria was going really fast, and and then she told me like watercolor is supposed to go quickly. I just didn't realize how quickly, because I didn't have a full comprehension of how to use the medium. So that was what was like really getting me flustered. And apparently it's supposed to be kind of easy. Whoa. Apparently it's supposed to be kind of easy, I guess. But, you know, I do have a habit of making things more complicated than they need to be. All right. I think that's probably accurate. But again, we're going to try to work on just making it look like the same guy and not too focused about, you know, perfect details. Like that one goes down, that one's to the side. I think we're okay. All right, hey, it's Emily Kruger in the house. Hello. Hope you're having a great day. Let's see if we can get these eyes. I don't know for how long I can stream because I got somewheres to go. Oh my goodness, how am I supposed to do this nose here? I don't like that. I might need to bring this guy up. Looks like he's really angry with this other guy. Again, these are like different angles. How to do that properly. And it's amazing, like just one little tick. Okay, it kind of goes up. Ah, there we go. I think that's better. Still need a name for these characters, and I wanted to be really cool because, like I said, I do plan on doing a lot more with these characters. And I hope you guys like them too. I'm really growing a lot as an artist, switching up mediums and just kind of expanding my horizons. And I appreciate you being on the journey with me here for that. All right. His eyes are just like a long rectangle, angled line at the top, kind of curved. I guess these are kind of facing downward. I'm nervous. I think I say that a lot. Here we go. We'll clean it up. Don't worry. Okay. So these are warrior genies, so he's still going to be kind of angry looking, I think. So the eyes need to be like this, and then they're down here like this and come up. I think that's how it is. Just reminding myself that it's the gist, but I do think the eyes go a little bit closer. Maybe like that. And then, well, maybe we'll have him looking up that way again, or do I want it to be straight on? Let's have a look. Let's see what we got. That's a weird. Well, again, we're just getting the gist. That's pretty cool. Ooh, it's probably a little too big over here, I think. I think it would need to... What would a genie's name be? You know, it's not really fair. In Aladdin, he was just Genie. So what would you name a genie? Maybe I should leave it open like that. Let's try some different... Oh, that's kind of cool. It's still kind of big, though. Clemson PC, welcome. Do you ever use a drawing tablet that interfaces with the PC, or do you prefer the portability of the iPad? So when I was upgrading, that was something I had considered. Wacom, because yeah, doing it, you know, it would transfer. It's all this kind of still cool stuff, and I did a lot of research, and I like the portability of the iPad. I like that I can do so much more with the iPad, as far as that it can be a TV, it can be a drawing tablet, you know, it can be a book, it can be whatever I need it to be. Whereas with just a drawing tablet, well, it's just a drawing tablet. I also saw that for like the Wacom, those are the kind of tablets for people who are definitely a lot more professional, is what I was understanding from the reviews that I was reading and watching. And I thought, I'm just kind of dabbling in digital artwork. And then there were, you know, it's kind of like when I was in college and when I took graphic design, and you had your PC people over here, you had your Windows people over here, and you had your Mac folk over here, and there was always like this, you know, kind of argument, this banter of which was better when it came to designing and creating, and you know, one would say this, one would say that. So for me, just listening to what other people are saying, it is about preference, but they were saying that if you're not sure if you want to get into digital artwork, if you're not sure how serious you want to take it, if it's more of a side gig, maybe save yourself the money and invest in the iPad rather than a drawing tablet. Of course, they make different kinds. It depends on how fancy you want to get with it. But so that's just where I was at. I love the portability of the iPad. Although, as much as I did upgrade, because I had the smaller one, and so now I've got the brand new Pro, and I love the size of it for drawing, but the portability factor is like, so I had the perfect backpack to take to carry around stuff in, and my other iPad fit perfectly in there, and this one does not. So it's like I have to get a new backpack, which is not terrible, but you know. Hey, Retro Collective, welcome. If you guys are joining me just now, you can actually hear me. For the first like minute of the stream, I forgot I left myself muted. All right, let's see. It happens, right? It's the internet. And then this one goes this way. Here. It's a little small, isn't it? Let's see. Kind of weird looking, isn't it? Well, here, let's just finish it off. See what we need to adjust. We're just getting the gist out here. Yeah, I think it's the wrong angle. Plus, he does look like he's looking this way, which is really cool. Although I thought straight on would be neat. I always have a hard time with that, though, it seems like. But, yeah, something's wrong with this eye. I don't want him to, like, be totally evil. I just want him to be fierce. As fierce as a little cute chibi genie can be. Okay. So something's wrong with down here. Maybe it needs to be curved because it's on the other side of the face. Oops. It's not perfect, but I'm okay with how it's starting to come about. I just need to have a general idea. Okay, because he has like, it's darker on the sides. Obviously, if it was like a little thinner line, it would look less. But I mean, he looks like really, really angry. Like, I don't know. I don't wonder if it would happen. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it that way for just a little bit. Play around with it. I'm not thrilled, but and I think also his ears are more straight. I think they're also lower. Let's see if we can't fix that really quickly. They're kind of like straight. I don't want them to look too elfy though. I think that's a little big. Is that the same? They see they're like straight out. Trying to remind myself, like, it's okay, Tap. That doesn't have to be. Remember, it's not supposed to be perfect. Maybe it's the head. Let's try something. And I don't like that. Kind of looks like there's this weird bulge right there. It's okay. Eyes are still a little creepy, but I mean, he looks very upset. And with good reason, because when I start developing, like, and letting you guys know what the story is behind these characters, maybe it just needs to be like this. Maybe it's because it's, I don't know. You'll understand why he's so angry. Maybe it needs to be less. Because I mean, eyebrows help a lot too. So let's see. There were this up, down. Nope. That's a little strange there. I think it's because it's on a curve. That's what's always really hard for me. It's because they're on curves. I think that's a little bit better. It's just a little too long right here. Yeah, because these stop kind of short if I look at my original one. I think also because he doesn't have his little goatee thing, that's a big part of the character. So Nigel M says, what if Will Smith has his genie father? What if Will Smith was his genie father? That's what it was. That made me angry too. Aw. Will Smith looked kind of cool. Now, I mean, it will never replace, the cartoon genie, but I thought he looked kind of cool the way they did it. Even though it was extremely CGI, obviously, which is kind of ridiculous. I would have loved, I think, if we were going to make a live action based off of the cartoon, like what it would have looked like, practical effects and body paint and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe he was, but not the same. Fun fact, I have to throw this out there because it's probably one of the only really impressive things that I've ever done, probably. But the boy, Jordan Nash, the boy who plays as Will Smith, or the genie's son, I actually taught him how to paint a Snoopy painting a couple years ago. He was actually in my class, and it's just like, he is a lovely young man, very talented. Actually has a YouTube channel where he sings, produces music, says poetry and everything like that. Wonderful young man. Did a really great job on his painting as well. But I was just like, hey, Jordan, do you podcast or something? Because the way his background was and everything. And we just kind of started talking. And I found out he was saying something about being an actor or whatever. And So while there was a little bit of a break, I quickly went online and looked him up, and I took my phone. I'm like, dude, is this you? And he was like, yeah. So I did my best. Like, I didn't ask him like a bunch of questions about the movie and acting and everything like that. But I was just like, that's so cool. And everything like that. I just wanted to treat him like a normal kid because, he just came to my class to learn how to paint Snoopy. So, but I was just like, that's pretty cool. So that's right. I taught Jordan Nash how to paint. And so if he ever quits his career as an actor and decides to become a world famous painter or artist, I'm going to attribute that as one of my credits. I helped that man achieve his dreams. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm like, dude, is this you? Okay. Let's see what his little goatee would look like. So this kind of stops here, comes down. Nope, probably a harsher angle like that. And then it goes this way because his mouth is probably non-existent at this point. So something like that. Ooh, he's turning out pretty cool. Yeah, I know, right? Pretty awesome, pretty cool. All right. All right. I don't know. He looks a little. This doesn't look quite as dynamic as this one. Maybe it's because of the color, but it just kind of. He looks a little. I don't know. This particular goatee looks kind of old. Let's not do that. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing there. Maybe it needs to be more chiseled. Maybe that was. Whoa! What happened? Maybe that was the problem. Yeah. Hey, that's kind of cool. It's still a little weird looking, but I think that's what it was. It was just a little too, because like this one has a couple of, it does have some smooth turns in there somewhere, but it kind of looks a little cool. These harsh angles. Let's give it a try. What about here? I don't know. I kind of like it. Clean some of this up. Maybe he should be mouthless or... I mean, he doesn't have the color yet, but does he... And I know he's not perfect. We're still working on that. But I mean, I think his eyes aren't long enough on this side. I think that's part of the problem too. But I mean, he's coming along. I think his hair looks pretty good. Right? I think his hair, it kind of has the right angle. Like once I start coloring it, then I'll be able to give it the more three-dimensional elements. But I think that I can make it look like it's upturned. This one probably, this tendril or whatever this is, probably needs to be at a different angle. Let's see. Maybe. Oh, his hair is getting very long. I think that might be. It's a little too long. Kind of looks like a banana. Let's see if we can. Don't like that one quite as much. Don't like that one quite as much. Because now it's like there's not enough on covering his forehead. Maybe I should leave it. Doesn't look bad. Maybe add an extra. Oop. That's the one thing about this iPad case. Like, it's really good. Like, so if I stand it up like so, it works well. But I need it to be just a slightly bit more angled. And then that's when it like kind of, yeah, starts. I wish that it actually had, it relies on magnets, which is cool, but I think what it would have been nice is if this bottom piece here had magnets and those little stubby things. That would have been really, really, really helpful. But okay, we're going to do what we're going to do. I think that's one too many. Yeah, we'll just Son Goku it. I think once it has some texture and everything, it'll be okay. All right. Oh, and then let's see. This eyebrow has the ring in it. The 1999, early 2000s glam going on. Wait, you just don't really, I can't remember the last time I've seen somebody with an eyebrow piercing. Just to get the general idea. And then this part was the super fun part with the little wee. Well, then now he looks like he's in a sleeping bag, but that, I think that's going to be really cool. A little bit of a Johnny Storm kind of vibe going on. Yeah, I like it. So I think I'm going to leave that tattoo or whatever on just the one side of the head. I don't think I'm going to recreate it on the other side. So now if we could make, I mean, his eyes look like he needs some coffee. So maybe if we could just kind of clean that up. Still not 100% on his goatee. I think it's over too far. TBH. I wonder. This is why we assess. I wonder if his face just wasn't long enough either. I think this is my own. This is too much. We gotta sketch this out. Something's off. That's just the process. Just the process. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that would look a little better. Yeah, I think that helped a lot. Clean them up. Ooh. He needed a little extra space in the face, I think. Although this side's, I know he's kind of turned at a weird angle, and I know our skin does weird things when we're like that. So I can't. Let's see. Chibi's this way. Now I think I've done too much. I don't know. Oh man, now I'm like questioning everything. Let's just get rid of this. Unfortunately, it's just all part of the process. Yeah, maybe it'd make more sense. And then that way when he, let's see. This comes down. Let's see what that looks like. Whoops. Looks a little bit better. I know the goatee is still kind of weird, but I think the proportions and the spacing is better. So let's see if we can clean this up and make it look really cool. And this is still the basic sketch. Okay. So, oh, I just deleted his chin. That's okay. Oops. Nope. I don't really know how to do this. What makes for cool facial hair? See, like that's a really weird, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird looking. Maybe something like that. It can't be too long, because then he starts looking grandfather. Oh, I don't think that's terrible. It might be a little long. Might be a little long. Let's see. I don't know. Now that just looks kind of weird to me. It needs to be more narrow. Yeah, it would have to squish in. Okay, so I'll leave it that way and make a note. Let's see. Okay. Oops. I think I'll understand what that means. Yeah. Okay. I'm much happier with this. I mean, his eyes are still a little strange to me, but something to work with. We got our general structure going on. His little belt here is kind of weird. This little band that he has. Oh. Clothing's not my best. I might just have to figure that out when let happy accidents just kind of happen when I start coloring. Yeah, I think he looks pretty cool. I like the way that looks. Here we go. Okay. So, I mean, I have to decide, do I want him looking straight on or do I want him looking to the side? What am I missing? What am I missing? All right, we got our hair, tattoos on the other side. We got our earring, eye ring, eyebrow ring. We got 2 eyebrows. We got the ear, got the eyes, obviously, mouth. I mean, yeah. I wonder if his nose probably needs to move over, or maybe that's just because his eyes are off a little bit. We've got our goatee thing. I guess it's called a chin strap when it has the pieces on the side. And then his gauntlet thing is on the other side. I don't have his bow and arrow. Oh, I was going to have that somehow. That's what it was. I was going to have that somehow. Let's see if we can. Why is this erased? Oh, it's because it's somehow switched over to white. What was I saying? Oh, I was going to have it like across him. How would we do that? Dear God, here we go. This is where, okay, I have no idea how I would do this. How is his bow? When you're, hang on, let's just put another layer here. You have it like strapped to your back somehow, and then the other piece goes around you. Let's see. So, yeah, it would have to come down this way, right? So it would be like that kind of a thing. Let's just kind of make it. I guess it would be kind of like that. It is very big. It's bigger than his body. So I think I would be able to make it come up. You know, it's got like this cool thing and then it comes around. But if I erase it out of his head, you get an idea of what it could look like. All right, and then this piece comes this way. Oops. Oops. There we go. Something like that. Just kind of, again, just doing the gestures. That would work, right? That'd be kind of cool. It's about the right size. I think that would work. Look at that. I mean, it's kind of strange looking. Oh, I won't lie. Let's see. Ooh, we need to connect so we have a better idea what this will look like. Oh, that's because the tip's open there. There we go. Just to kind of have an idea. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, this is a different color too. It's like a dark brown. There we go. It's not terrible. I think if I were able to, whoops. Let's see. Freeform, even form. Okay, I'm not sure what that's doing. Rotate it. It's kind of like it's a weird composition. And I'm trying to find what would be, maybe if it was more like this, but this just seems kind of strange that the bottom of the bow would be down here versus up top where it kind of goes. Let's see, where was it? Shoot, did I move it? Hang on. There we go. Versus like this, it's kind of like coming out of his hair. Maybe if I raised it up. I might be making too much out of it. I don't know. Still pretty cool though. Hey, Rookie. Hello. Hello there. How are you today? I think that would work. What do we think? Does anybody have any suggestions? I'm open to them. Do you think that this is a terrible composition, a terrible layout of him with his bow? Or should I rotate it and make it where, whoops, oh shoot. Rotate it and make it where he's holding it in the other hand. Let's explore. Let's explore. So we would get rid, well, let's just use that. Let's just use this. Oh, that's not at all what we're doing. Here we go. And then this is just that piece. We're gonna go ahead and just do that. And then we will, whoops. Just as a reference. And that's kind of cool. What do we think about that? I think that's a better balance. Otherwise, he looked too much like one of those tribal tattoos, like with the flames, like the deer flame thing going up. I think this would be better, don't you? Rookie says, I was never good at making poses that weren't just the front. Exactly. This is why I'm trying to expand. So you can see it's very different from this character over here. We've got quite the contortion and the, I was going to say the thorax in the torso and everything like that. The first one looked like he's chilling with the bow. The other angle looked like he's ready for action. Well, that's good. This is what I'm going for. I want him to be a man of action. This is what I'm going for because they're warrior chibis, you know. So then I would have to, you know, oops, do that, and obviously I would have to get rid of this. Yeah, let me get this a little bigger. Gang, I think we've solved the mystery. I think, oops. I think we've figured out madness. I think that's a good pose. I mean, it's, yeah, exactly. It's more of an action pose. I like that. He's at the ready. I think that it might need to come down a little bit because I'm trying to imagine his arm would be here. He'd be holding it out. It might need to be a little lower, a little more to the side. Oops. Maybe more of an angle. No, I kind of like it like that. It just, I don't know yet if it needs to be lower. That's where it was. I mean, it's cool. Again, I have to remind myself like that would be just one shot. So, yeah. just want to try to be as accurate as I can. But I also, it's like, okay, so he's holding it like back there, right? And so his fist would be, let me change the color here just for, so his fist is probably around like this area here. I might have to draw his fist so that I have a better idea of how to hold this, because then, well, it's on a different layer. This would need to go up to match that. So that's probably what I have to do next, is to finish off the body on the other side, if you will, like through the body, so I can understand where exactly. I still think his nose is a little strange too, I think. But well, we're going to fix that. This is just the gist. And I don't want to overcomplicate it, but I want to be a... Does he have a quiver? I've thought about that because, you know, in my original one, he was supposed to have a belt with a quiver on the side, and I didn't get around to it because I was so happy with how he looked right here. You know, and then it's like, well, you know, obviously the boys are all cute when they have straps going across their chest and everything like that, so I could always do that as well. I haven't totally decided. Then I was like, well, he's a genie and he has magic. So what if, you know, he just makes the arrows as needed? Like he just kind of, if you will, pulls them from thin air and creates them. I could adjust the bow. I haven't totally decided that yet. Originally, though, he was supposed to, I don't know if that was in my original one or not. Let me have a look. Yeah, originally, you can see here, he was supposed to have had a quiver over on his hip, which I thought was really cool. But I haven't fully decided yet. I thought, like I said, I thought it would be kind of cool since he's a genie, magic, you know. I kind of thought with this character, she might be able to turn, like, put flames on her sword, something like that. And then this gal over here, you can see she's kind of blind. She's got special powers. I finished off her character over here. You can see she has the staff. I don't know if you can see the special bit. There it is. You know, it's magic in and of itself. And she can kind of see into the future or something. I'm not sure. Psychic or something. I haven't totally figured out all of her powers yet either. But, you know, seeing where they started, you know, and then where they finish off with, I mean, she was the first one and he was the last one. And I can see progression in it. So I'm really excited to see what this guy's going to turn out to be looking like as well. Yeah. So, all right. I've got a little bit of time left. I had chicken wraps for lunch and I feel a burning in my esophagus. I don't like that. All right. Let's see if we can figure out. So this is his arm. This is his arm. And so the shoulder's kind of up this way. Whew, let's see. What would this look like? We'll just sketch. Probably would come down a little more. Well, but that's the hard thing. Like it's away, so it's like kind of like this and back. So I need to figure out how to scrunch it. I need to go online and look for that. But it's basically he's holding it like this, and I need to figure out how to scrunch his arms. So I think what's happening here. Anatomy is a strange thing. All right, so he would have his shoulder right here, which would actually need to be a little smaller than the one that's in the foreground. Okay, that would be it. And then this, let's just play around here. Essentially, I'm trying to see it. It's so hard, but, and then his hand is like holding the bow. And this would be going into it. Kind of thing. The thumb. It doesn't make sense now. I understand that. It looks really bizarre, but like we're looking at it from a very... I'm thinking of it at the wrong perception here. The wrong angle that I would be looking at it. Let's try this again. This would not be, so it would... And then this here comes down. Because that would be against the body. It wouldn't look right this way. It would be coming out maybe at the top. I don't know if other artists do it this way, but I'm trying something. So that's how it would be. It would be out over there. Because his fist would then be out here, I think. Unless I wanted him to hold it down there. Oh, it's confusing. It's confusing. You know, I tell you what. Let's just not get so overcomplicated, Tabitha, and just say, you know, I like it. It works. We know what this character is doing. We know what this pose suggests. That he's got his body turned, and in the other fist, in his right hand, he's holding the bow. So I'm not going to go through all that extra just to make it all crazy. Hey, Nick Brone, how are you? Thank you for saying cool. You're cool. You're the one who's cool for being here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Eastern Standard Time, of course. All right, so I'm just going to get rid of this layer because I don't think I need that. And then I'm not sure what this little dot. There it is. Okay. Okay. So then we got to cleanse him up. It's all we've got to do. So I got to figure out these eyes again. Like this one's not so bad. I have a problem with this one, and I'm not sure why exactly. I think that it may perhaps not be long enough. So we're going to remedy that. Nope, not with pink. Yeah, I think that's helpful. And then maybe make... Because I don't necessarily want them looking too much like children is the other thing. I know that chibis are childlike. It's like I think that helps. I think if I make this a little darker, kind of matches too. Yeah. Still something off though. Think what I need to do. Oops. Okay. It's too straight. That might be it too. And then maybe the nose does need to move over just a wee bit. But all right, let's circle. Straighten out the circle. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that's... Oh my. I think the eye's too big. Maybe this eye's too small. I don't know. It's a little crazy. Okay. Think. They looked a little crazy there. Yeah, he's still looking up too high. Eyes are hard. I should have left it alone and worked off of that. Oh my goodness. Just make him really... Because he looks a little impy. It's kind of cool. Little dark circles. And maybe, let's see, let's try his nose. No, I have just made him some kind of emo goth guy. So something is wrong, and I know a big part of it is going to be the color. I know it's going to be the color. It's going to help as far as that goes, but could be the little cheeky grin I've been giving him that's making him look a little too babyish too. It looks a little bit better. Still, something is wrong with the eyes. What is wrong? Maybe that's it. Maybe it was just too big. He's just squinting with one eye. It's like it looks cool until it doesn't. Yeah, I think color is definitely going to help it. Yeah, it looks make him look like he's in the wrong direction. My goodness, we might just have to be okay with it, but something's... Like one eye is higher than the other too. Like, do I like this eye? Do I like that eye? I think this eye is the problem. There we go. Just get rid of it. Maybe it was the face. We didn't have the right shape for the face. Maybe that's... Let's see. Did that help it? I mean, I know I don't have it dark and shaded and gritty like the other one, but... Now his eyes are too far apart. I just need to like copy this one and do it on the other side, but I don't think that... I'm just gonna go for it. What is the problem? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I mean, okay, so obviously I know this is a little wonky, but I think the general idea is there. That might be the... Hello, Knuckle Sandwich. Hi, Tab. So this is looking good so far. Well, thank you. I'm mighty proud of him. It's just I can't quite get this eye figured out. I appreciate you stopping by and giving me the encouragement that I so desperately need right now. How are you today, though? Hope you're doing well. Could go for a sandwich. I like sandwiches. Maybe his irises are too big. Or excuse me, his pupils are too big or something. I don't know. The struggle of the artist's life. This can be, what does he say? This can be almost as difficult as hands. For sure. For sure. And the eyes are so important. You know, what I should just do is just switch my original character and just give him a patch over one eye. So I only ever have to do one eye. One eye. Just woke up and having breakfast. Good for you. That's awesome. Oops. Hope it's a wonderful breakfast. Wow, that little bit of a change made it look very evil. And again, I know things that get a little bit warped when they go on a curve. So maybe that is it. This side looks bigger. Is that just me? Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe just a little bit higher. Guys, by the way, I'm going to be having my art party with my other artist friends on Friday, this Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got some new folks joining the crowd and some old fan favorites. Hope that you'll be there. We've got quite the theme this week, so you don't want to miss it. Or dark shadow over that side of the face. Yeah, could always do that. You're right. Could always do that. Whoops. Because eventually he's going to have the whites right there. So maybe that's something that will... Something. This is... Maybe... Does that look a little better? What... When you guys look at it, what is it that's off? Is there something that's off, or does it look all the same to you? It's got to be the pupils, I think. Whew, this ain't for the faint of heart, let me tell you. All right, why isn't this working? We're on the... Oh, somehow I made the opacity go down. See, that doesn't seem big enough. So maybe it needs to be over here. That looks like it's up too high. So, all right, let's just try this pupil again. I think that's in the wrong spot. Yeah. It looks better than before. I couldn't stop staring at his right eye. I know, exactly. Eyes are so important. The windows to the soul, as they say. You get them wrong, and it's like... Also discovered you through an interview with ADC Art Attack. Oh, really? What, from inside the booth? Is that? Because that's where I remember we had the interview with Anthony, and that was really fun. I'm trying to get him on the channel. Somebody shout out to him. I have messaged him. He said he'd be happy to come on the channel, but he's a very busy man, and so we need to work on that. Let's work on getting him on the channel. He's a lovely, lovely individual. I'm loath to try to edit this eye, but does that look good? Guys, did we get it? Did we get it? We may have gotten it. I know it's still a little strange. It might be this curve over here. I'm scared. Fortunately, there's the back button. Which... Is that too much? You're right, I should. I should call him out and be like, hey, you said it sounded like fun. You said be happy to. So, where you at? Where are you at? It's not like you're posting live streams and doing art challenges to your thousands of subscribers and creating your own comics or whatever it is you're doing with those ducks that are looking so awesome. Where are you at? Come on, you come over here and paint with me. Yes. Okay. I think one of the things is I've got to kind of look away, if you will. So that being said, I do have somewhere that I need to go. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon as we're trying to get these chibis rocking and rolling. And then eventually we're going to get this gal. She got the basic structure. I'm pretty happy with her, but those eyes are going to get me. They're going to be scary. And then I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the other gal who's got like the bow staff. So that'll be really fun. The magical bow staff. But I want to thank you also for hanging out with me this afternoon. I'll be back. Don't worry. I will be back. And if you have, just let you know, if you haven't checked out my artwork on Etsy, you totally should, because I've got some really fun and really cool things going on over there. Posters, and I've got stickers. My Cara Dune posters and stickers are out and available for sale right now, along with the original one as well, and a myriad of other ones, lots of fun friends. And also, I am available for custom chibis, hand-drawn or digital. So if you like what I've done, these all that are on the screen right now are all hand-drawn as far as coloring pencils and paper. But I also, as you can see, have done, as you can clearly see, I also do the digital ones. And so super, super fun. But anyway, support the artist. Do it. Come on. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And give me a like. And it was fun. Hope to catch your next stream. Absolutely. Thank you for the stream. Peace out. Take care. Have a great rest of the day and enjoy your upcoming week.